Hi, I'm Teddy Burris, and today I'm doing an unboxing and a setup of the Lenovo V100 All-in-One. Step one is let's unbox this and take a look and see what we have inside. Now I got myself a little pocket knife, but you could probably do this with like, even a key or a pair of scissors. I'm gonna just gently open the box. So here's a quick start guide. Microsoft Office for the Web quick start guide. Let's set that aside because we're going to probably want that. So let's take it out piece at a time as we get to it. This is likely, based on the size of it, the keyboard. Let's take that out of the box. Set the plastic side for, let's see, is this recyclable? Yes, it is LDPE recyclable. So there's the keyboard. It's a dark keyboard and it's wired, and I wanted that specifically because this is going to go for a senior citizen who I don't want him to worry about batteries. Move the cardboard aside. It is also recyclable. Over here we have another box, and in it is the mouse, which is also has a cable. Again, I wanted the cables so that I don't have to worry about batteries for this senior citizen. Get the mouse out. And it is USB-C. And let's see, something else in here. There's the power cord we plug it in with. I need another piece that goes into the computer with the transformer. And I believe, yep, there's the actual power cord that plugs into the 120 volt. Anything else in here? Nope, that's all. We'll set this all aside to recycle that. See, I have some of the general instructions, safety information. We need to hang on to that. All right, what else do we have in here? Here is the stand. Oh, they make that really easy. We'll show you how to do that in a minute. And let's see, what else? Take this top out, move that out of the way. That's probably not recyclable. Anything else in here before I grab the computer? Nope, next thing is the computer. I'm gonna move the box aside and pull the computer out. All right, here's the computer and the monitor. Let's take this cover off, and it's got, that goes in recycle. I'm going to lay this down and show you that it's actually pretty light. See this adapter right here? That is for this. So I need to put this on here like this, and then I love, it's got a little thumbnail. Makes it really easy. Well, that just screws right in there. Make sure it's good and snug. All right, it is. And now I can stand this up. And there's step one, unboxing. Now, step two, let's lay it back down on its face. And you can see this and this will keep this. I think there's actually plastic on here from rubbing on anything. If you're worried about it rubbing on something, I would put down a blanket or something like that, but I think I'm okay. Let's lay that down. And you probably can't see it, but there underneath here are a bunch of USBs, the power cord, and an HDMI. So let's plug the power cord in. Let me get that out. Plugs into the big yellow connector. Let's see if that goes in either way. Plug that in. Need to plug the power into, I'll put this in the box. I'll get to that later. It's probably trash. Plug this into here. Now I'm not ready yet. But when I get ready to turn it on, I'll plug this into the wall, and I have power right there. While we have this down, let's plug the monitor in, and let's plug in the keyboard. Again, I'm going to take this little cable tie and put that in a box. Let's do the same thing with the mouse. Let's put that in a box. And now I have the mouse and the keyboard that needs to be plugged in. Make sure I don't get all this tangled up. Let's put it up on its edge so I can see it. Put the mouse here. And let's put the keyboard here right beside it. All right, I got those plugged in. Now I can turn this back around and set it up. I can move let's take the keyboard and put it here. Let's take the mouse and put it over here. These cords will straighten out in time. Move those out of the way. They've got way too long of a keyboard and mouse cable, but that's okay. Rather have it too long than too short. Let's get this out of the way. All right, there we go. Unbox. The next step is I'm going to sit down and show you how to get it set up. Okay, I brought this to my office so I can record the initial setup on this Lenovo V100 All-in-One. On the back right-hand corner, let me show it to you. There's a power button right here. I'm going to turn it around, put it in place. And I'm going to press the power button. It's right there. And it should turn on. While it's booting up for the very first time, I'm going to peel off the plastic that's on here. Get that off of there. Okay, step one, is this the right country? Yes. I want the US keyboard. I'm going to hit yes. Do you want a secondary keyboard layout? I'm going to hit skip. It wants to connect to the internet. Give me a second while I make sure I have the right password for my Wi-Fi. And I want to connect to 5G. If you have two different Wi-Fis in your house, connect with the 5G. If you have wired, then I'd have to plug the wired Ethernet into the back of the device, but I don't have wired, so I'm going to hit connect automatically to 5G. It wants the password. Let me type in the password. I think I had that right. Good, I did that right. I can hit next. It's checking for updates to the operating system on this device. It wants me to name my device. There we go. Ray's PC, no spaces, no apostrophe. I think it's rebooting after software update. It wants to know how I want to use it for work or school or for personal. I'm going to select personal. Checking for Windows update. All right, while it's downloading, it's getting the latest features and security updates. This may take a while. My machine may restart. So I'm going to pause and I will come back to you when this is done. Okay, so it downloaded an update. It installed the update and now it's rebooting and it's got 7% left to do for it to complete the update. We'll wait for this to happen. All right, unlock your Microsoft experience, sign in with your Microsoft account and create the experience you want. So I'm going to create a new Microsoft account. Next, create it. Make sure I have the right email address. wants a password, so I've got to write down the password. So let me create that. Let me write that down so I don't forget it. It wants to know my name. Hit next. Birth date. Next. Now it sent me an email with that code. Let me make sure I have that email. Put that code in there. I turned off the subscriber list. Wants me to press and hold the button to prove that I'm a human. Interesting. It wants me to create a PIN for secure sign-in. Let's create a PIN. Let me write the PIN down so I don't forget that. Hit OK. Okay, choose privacy settings for your device. Get location based. I'm going to say no. Find my device. No, it's not going to go anywhere. Diagnostics. No. Inking and typing. Set optional inking, typing diagnostics. No. Tailored experiences. I'm going to say no. And it wants me to learn more, but I don't need all this for this device. It's a desktop computer. It's not going to move. Hope it's not rebooting. Getting things ready for you. Okay, let's customize your experience. Select all the ways you plan to use this device to get personal tips. Development, entertainment, gaming, schools. I don't want any personal tips, so I'm going to skip that. Just want it for web browser. Use your phone from your PC. I'm going to skip that. Always have access to your recent browsing data. I'm going to say not now. It would update. It would sync my Microsoft Edge activity to the cloud. And you're in luck. You've landed a free trial of 365 Personal. I'm going to decline that for right now. Get more cloud storage with 365. Whoa, what happened? Let's go back. Make sure I didn't miss something. I'm going to decline 365. I'm going to decline storage. Set up email and Outlook? No, because I'm going to use Gmail in Chrome. And do you know you can use Microsoft 365 for free? Use Word for free in a browser. I'm going to hit next. Decline all that. Join Game Pass. I'm going to skip that. I don't need games. I'm going to use it just for the web browser. All right. I don't want to pin any of that. It wants to know if I want to pin any of these down here. I don't. So I'm just going to click off of that and I'm going to search. Let's see, where's the browser? I'm going to open Edge and I'm going to go get, I'm going to confirm I don't want any of that. I want to continue with Google, sign in with Google data, continue without Google data. Let's go with that. Make Microsoft experience more useful. Help us make it for experiences. I'm going to turn that off, confirm, and start browsing. And now all I want to do is I want to skip that, finish. And now I want to go get Google Chrome. It's all I'm after. Google Chrome. Hit enter. And I want to download it now. Because I want Google Chrome. I don't want to use Edge. Close that. Download Chrome. It's downloading it. And then I can open this file, which is the Chrome setup.exe. I can say, do you want to allow this app to make changes? Yes. Downloading Chrome. While that's working, I can close down this welcome up here. I can close down this. Actually, I can close down all of this. Waiting to install. Is it running down here? There it goes, installing. Google Chrome. Sign into Google Chrome. What is all that popping up? So now that I'm going to use Chrome, so I'm going to come up here to this shortcut for Edge, right click on that. And I'm going to delete the shortcut. It's just a shortcut. Now, I want to sign in to my account. Hit next. And I need to get the password for that account. I don't want sync because I'm only going to have one device. Use Chrome for default. Yes, I want to set Chrome as my default browser because I want to use Chrome. And it should be all I need to do. Did it already make Chrome your default browser? Yes. Pin down the bottom right, pin Chrome to the taskbar. Yes. I should be able to close down the settings, and I'm in Chrome. And I should be good to go. I'm going to remove Microsoft Edge from the taskbar. I'm going to remove Copilot from the taskbar. We'll remove Outlook because I don't use Outlook from the taskbar. I don't need news for you. And I think I'm good to go. I should just be able to go right straight into my Gmail. And I'm good to go. Got an alert saying I logged in here. That's fine. I don't need Microsoft Cashback. And I'm good. I now have my Lenovo V100 All-in-One set up. I'm connected to the internet. I've downloaded Chrome. I've connected to my Google account, and I'm ready to use this Lenovo to do what I need to do. Only thing I need to do now is I need to go get my bookmarks that I had on the old computer and bring those over to the new computer so that I can start using it the way I want to use it. Pretty straightforward. A lot of pieces to it, but just follow the prompts of the screen. Read the screens carefully as you're going through this. Now, I unboxed it. I hooked up the mouse, hooked up the keyboard, hooked up the power cord. I set it up on my desk. I plugged it in. I turned it on. It went through some gyrations. The first thing it needed to do was it needed to get on the internet. So it asked me to connect to the internet. Once I was connected to the internet, it looked for uploads for the operating system and for all the software in the Lenovo All-in-One. And then it took me through the steps of, giving my new PC a name and for me to set it up so I could start using it. And then because I'm a Chrome guy, I went and just used Microsoft Edge and downloaded Chrome, installed that, and got my email set up on it, and it's all good to go. Pretty straightforward. There was nothing about the Lenovo V100 that bothered me. As a matter of fact, it was very easy. Once I got it set up on the desk permanently and turned it on, it's a quick little machine. It does everything that I need to do for the person I set it up for basically using the web interface to get to their email, get to the internet, get to YouTube, get to their bank, get to their finances, their medical records, and all that stuff, which is all they wanted it to do. If I would have needed Microsoft Word and Excel, etc., I probably would have connected a Microsoft account that has all that on there for download to an extra PC, but this user is not going to need all that. And also, this user also did not need OneDrive, so I disabled OneDrive. You may need that, but this user doesn't need it. He also doesn't need to back up the computer because everything he does is in the web browser. Bottom line, I thought it was a cool little box to set up. It's set up pretty easily. It took a little bit of time to do the downloads, but I kind of expected that. If you need a simple all-in-one machine for someone that needs to use a computer basically for getting their email and surfing the web, I highly would recommend you consider the Lenovo V100 All-in-One. Hey, I'm Teddy. I'm all about helping seniors overcome the risks and the fears of using technology, and I hope this video was helpful for you.